The Stetson Hatters in the heels of a tremendous season last year, 12-4 in conference play a season ago, a year that culminated in a WNIT appearance, 17-14 overall in 2023-2024. We are so excited to be joined by a handful of members of this program. Head coach Lynn Bria, the reigning conference coach of the year in season number 17, leading the way for Stetson and a couple of transfers, Mary McMillan and Tiasia McMillan. So, Coach, you bring in 8 newcomers from last year to this season. What's the transition been like this offseason within the program?
Well, it's been really smooth. You know, I just got to give it to our returners. You know, we have the kids that we had last year. They've done an outstanding job of welcoming our new players, and with having so many new faces, they've done an outstanding job of just really, you know, just talking about our culture and updating them on how we do things. And I know these two can talk about that too. But it's just been a very smooth transition, and I really like the group that I have. I really do. They're a great group of young women.
One of the things that I think is really cool about your roster, 9 different states, 4 different countries, including the United States. What's it like to have so many different players from so many different backgrounds on the team?
Oh, it's awesome. It's just, well, plus I love food, so they all talk to me about their food and stuff too. But it's just, it's really nice to see how sport brings us together. And they're all very close, even though, like you said, 4 different countries and so many different states. I just think too that's part of being in Florida. You know, we can recruit the world. We have always said that. We can recruit the world, so it's fun. It's just it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, Florida's certainly a destination location, especially during basketball season. You can actually go outside and not freeze to death. All right, you bring in Mary from both these players from the portal, but let's start with Mary. What did you see from her that made you want to bring her in as a Stetson Hatter?
Well, she's an outstanding point guard. I mean, we obviously we've needed it. We haven't had a true point guard in quite a bit of time. You know, it's been about 5 or 6 years before we've had a true point guard. And you know, I just like how she played. She's a distributor, but she can also hit the 3 and take you off the bounce. But I just think she does an excellent job of making her teammates better because she's such a good passer. And so I think for me, she was just my kind of point guard. And so that's really why I felt like, you know, she would be a great asset to us.
Mary, you were at UCF last year, UNCW before that. Why did you pick Stetson to pursue your next step in your college basketball journey?
Well, I was watching some of their games when I entered the portal, and kind of the way that she runs the offense, I felt like fit the way I play, really pushing the ball in transition, and it's more of like a free-flowing, make the right reads. So that's kind of what.
Looking back 2 seasons ago at UNCW, you had a couple of games before your injury where you were putting up 20 points, big numbers there. What's the process been like for you to kind of get back to that point in the floor?
Yeah, I mean, just reps of just every day, keep going through it. And obviously just getting the confidence back. I went through an ACL tear, so, you know, just getting back on the court, filling everything out, and just keep going from there.
Coach, you bring in Tiasia from the transfer portal, a grad transfer from Colgate, somebody who left the cold weather after a couple of years up there, understandably so. What did you see from her that made you want to bring her in?
Well, I think when I saw her, it was immediate because of her versatility. You know, I just felt like that she had, you know, she was already a great player, but she had so much upside to her game that I felt like that we just really could develop and would have the time to develop with her. And you know, I just feel like she can step out. She can, you know, she's not just locked into the post area. We really want to move her around, step her out behind the 3-point line. And her work ethic too. I mean, both of them, their work ethic. I didn't mention that, but their work ethic is just tremendous. So I just feel like her overall versatility is really what we've needed in that spot, and she certainly has answered that, no question.
Tiasia, you make the transition from Colgate now to Stetson. Why did you choose to become a Hatter?
Well, for my final year, I wanted to be closer to home, and then when Stetson reached out, it just like all worked out perfectly. It all aligned, the education, the location, and then also the team. Like coming on my visit, I felt like it was family. Met some of my teammates, and it just all clicked and just all fell into place for me. So I just felt like I needed to take this opportunity.
And you're both Florida natives coming back to your home state. Were there any connections before this past offseason? Had you been recruited by Stetson at all out of high school?
No, so it's funny because we actually have the same exact last name.
Right.
And we actually used to play each other. Yeah, we used to play each other in AU, but yeah, we never really knew each other, but it just kind of worked out. We both ended up here, so it's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's so funny. The two McMillans, not related, but now teammates at Stetson. I think it really speaks volumes that you brought two players who transferred into the program to Media Day today, to the ASUN tip-off. For you two coming into this program, I know that you have both been captains at your previous schools in years past. How have you worked to earn the trust of this team in year one for you to be leaders in 24-25?
I feel like leading by example is the most important thing, like when it comes to anything. So if you see me working hard, then you earn my respect, or I earn your respect. If I see you working hard, you earn my respect. So I feel like leading by example is the first way to get that trust, and then like speaking up, we have years of experience. So just using your voice, just making sure that, you know, we're being positive reinforcement, but also just like keeping it real with your teammates as well. So.
Mary, how have you worked to build that trust with your teammates?
Yeah, I mean, the same thing, obviously leading by example. I think another important thing, because we're both new, is really listening to what she's telling us, so that way, as older players on the team, we can help the younger players. So it's really just like a whole learning curve. So before the season starts, we're trying to really get to the level we want to be at, and then obviously help the younger players get up.
So we have a couple of newcomers here. I want to talk about some of the returning players. Who are some of those pieces who have come back and you think have really taken a step up in their game?
Yeah. Well, I think first I'll talk about Q Mitchell. She's done an amazing job. Q is just, I mean, she's kind of the glue that holds our team together. She's really, I mean, she contributed a lot for us last year. Another one just like them plays extremely hard. I mean, just really gets after it. But I think she's really added to her game as far as the consistency in her shot. You know, last year she was injured for part of the year. People don't know that. She missed a lot of practice. This year she's been very healthy, so, you know, hopefully she stays healthy. And I think the other one would be, I would say, Tyra Myers. Tyra was out with a knee injury after about 4 games, so I think Tyra is going to be a real asset for us. I mean, playing extremely well, looks really healthy. So another one, we can slide her to the wing and she can just take you off the bounce. So I think she's going to really contribute for us.
You make a postseason appearance last year, second in the ASUN a season ago. What are your goals and aspirations for this year's team?
Well, you know, I mean, you obviously want to win the league. I mean, everybody's going to say that, and that's certainly our goal and what we want to do. You know, I just think for us, you know, our immediate goal right now is with having so many new players is we've got to, you know, I think last year's team did so well because, you know, I don't think we were the most talented team. I really don't. But I think they just played together. We stayed together and we didn't try to get outside of anything of who we weren't. We just stayed who we are. And I think this team, the challenge for them and for us is going to be coming together, staying together, and just you know, staying within what we do best. And I think if we do that and we stay healthy, I think we'll have a chance, you know. So, but every game is going to be tough. I think this league's better than ever. So, but we just gotta look at what's right in front of us for right now.
Okay, well, there you have it. Head coach Lynn Bria and the two McMillans. I feel like we need a nickname for this. The law firm McMillan and McMillan. Does that work? Can we go with that? Maybe. All right. M&M, something. M&M.
Could work too. Yeah.
We'll work on that for sure. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Safe travels back to Florida. There you have it. The Hatters of Stetson. We will have the Stetson men's basketball team